Check 53. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 99. Check 99. Showing it.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. On second down, it's Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott from the gun on third. Cooper's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 43. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 43.
Check 53's Mike. All you get is a headache.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Prescott now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shamar Stephen never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott from the gun. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle. Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's like you're Omaha. It's just me and you.
On play action, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I'm here all day.
Cousins to throw it. And this is Cook with a grab. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he finds Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
First down,
Check 55 to Mike. 2.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Play action now. Cousins. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Push him back. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5.
Yellow. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
3rd and long for Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack by Robert Quinn. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. And that'll set him back 5. On now the former Cowboy kicker, Dan Bailey. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Record. Hey. Go to 54.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffith able to record his 5th sack of the season. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Now Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good track.
On 1st down, it's Cook. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Check out route. Hot. No. Hey, they got 48. Black. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run with Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Back. Go to 54. Go to 54. 126.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
First down, here's Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Here we're going to 53. Check three.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the screen. Switch. Here we go, 47. 26.
Now Prescott.
53. Check.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check four. Then we're going to 53. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 15-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. To throw, Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Check. Check 55. Coming to you. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's a party now.
Cousins now. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Prescott. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. With it is Brown. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's complete to Cobb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill. Defense. All right, here we go. Watch twist. 22, jet, cover. 22.
Prescott from the gun. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Eluding the pressure right. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm coming.
Here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First down, Prescott. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly.
Watch it. 26-yard line. Switch. Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why ain't?
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check right. Watching you five. Hey.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
46. Echo. 53 to Mike. 53.
Throwing. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
53 is the mic. Big. We're going to 53. Let's go. Check. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Prescott. Being chased out left. He's going to take a and that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Cousins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Bring up 48. 55.
Now Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got
to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, you got to think that having a 37-year-old veteran in is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like wasn't there. It was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz, but Witten back out there and doing his thing again. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Out of the gun, it's Elliott, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
47-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to 54. Wide in. Check 24. Check 24. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's